Today we're going to be looking at the top portion of a swimsuit on a character with more medium-sized chest. So this would basically be for our sort of classic anime girl figure that we did before. So this time we'll be looking at how the bathing suit is going to be interacting with the chest. So first I'm going to drop in a shoulder line and a center line, and then I'm just going to put in my rib cage. Just going for kind of like a little teardrop shape. This first pose, they're just going to be looking straight at us. And I'll put in some little shoulder circles here, just inside the ribs. Then I'll mark these out like this. Make sure that this is a little bit even. And I'll just follow my rib line down a little bit. Come out like this. Not getting real fancy with the chest here. I just want to get this in so we can actually look at the swimsuit portion. Put in the traps, neckline. Just gonna cut off the arms here. There. Alright. So now we can actually look at the chest here, so make sure this isn't too exaggerated coming out. Alright, so what we will do here is, since her chest is large enough, it's going to be poking out the sides a little bit. Because this first one is going to be on a one-piece swimsuit, so they're being held in place, so it's not going to be coming out like it was like just natural hanging there. They are going to be a little more rounded because they're being kind of pressed into place slightly. So I'm going for round shapes here. Need to shrink this one just a little bit. Don't want them to get too large since this is supposed to be a medium size. Alright, from there we can drop in our swimsuit, and we're just going to connect this to the outside of the boot here. So this outside line, bring this up like this, and we can drop in our little wrinkles. We could even connect these with some, since this is all kind of just falling over the two of these here. Put this out, and now we can quick drop in our bikini top. So we'll have this character at a slight angle. So I'm gonna angle the shoulder line up slightly just because this shoulder's closer to us. So we're going to see it at a little bit of a higher angle. And keeping kind of a flat rib shape like this. And I am just going to enlarge this because we've got plenty of page space to work with, so I'll just make this bigger. Alright, from here, we can draw in chest, and I'm keeping it still rounded because these have support now from the bikini. So they're not going to really be laying as flat. They're just going to be kind of pulled up. And I can just add in the tummy lines here. throw in an arm here. So, my collarbone. There, alright. Just gonna make sure this is rounded enough. Now we want to put in the bikini. So, I'm gonna start at a point up like this. Do the same thing over here, roughly evenly. Like so. From there, we can add in our connecting lines here, so the straps that hold it against our character. And then remember, we just want the chest portion to just barely be spilling over where the actual bikini is. And that's just because everything right there is very soft. So this firmer material that's holding in place is going to have a little bit of plump coming over like that. So we'll see that much better now that we're at the line art proportion. So just going to drop this in. So I'm just starting from my outer line, sort of getting my silhouette the way I want it. Trying to keep these somewhat even. This one here on the right is a little too... Oh, there we go. Then I'll just finish out the swimsuit marks here, like so. Add a little spill over here in the pit area. Connect my shoulders. Like so. From here we can kind of add in some of these sort of stretching marks here, just because this is not just so tight that we just see each chest area here just all on its own. It's actually got material over it and pulling it around. So we kind of want to just showcase that by using these wrinkles here. And then you can adjust and add lines as you see fit through here. I think you can add some in there. You can erase some over the wrinkle areas. Kind of just break up these lines, but you still want to keep your overall shape. So there we go. Now I can come over to the bikini portion. So again, I'm just going to start with the chest. So I'm just going to drop this in, connect it like so. I'm going to fix this line though. It's just still just a study for me, so I'm not too concerned about the quality of my line art. I just want to make sure I'm getting the shapes and proportions right. There we go. From there, we just want to barely spill over our bikini here. Same with over here. This, connect this a little bit better. Like so. And a little bit of a bump right here where the side is coming out. Because this basically connects with the armpit area, so we just want to have a little line to show that. We can add this. Add in our tummy lines. Mark this off. And we'll just throw in the neck here. So that's basically it. So again, just as our chest gets larger and larger, this area here where it sort of pops over is going to get more and more exaggerated. But you're just trying to keep this shape. So on these characters where they actually have something supporting, it's rather than being just a hanging sort of teardrop sort of shape, it's going to be a lot higher and a little bit more rounded. So it's keeping all of the weight up like this. And for things like this with the bikini, it's also going to be pinching them together slightly. So because of that, if you're looking at the bikini from the front, let's say, you would have them intersecting slightly. Something like this. Right, so just keep that in mind. In our one-piece swimsuits, we keep them still a little bit out to the sides because, yes, they have support and they're being compressed. They're not going to be just, out doing whatever. But they're not really being pulled in together. They're just kind of still hanging in a somewhat natural position. So I like to keep a more natural shape over here. So I still go with a little bit droopy. Still a little bit more rounded because there is material there keeping everything from just spilling in whatever direction it wants. But I still keep them coming down a little bit like teardrops, whereas over here I keep them a little bit higher and rounded. You still want that basic shape, but there's a lot more support, so keeping it a little bit more rounded like that will make it match up to the bikini a little bit better. So hopefully you found this helpful, and I will see you in the next one.